My dear students, today we are going to discuss abnormal molar masses of electrolytic solutions. So for example, if you can take one of the electrolytic solution, potassium chloride is dissolved in water, dissociated into K plus and Cl minus. So what happens here? Due to dissociation of potassium chloride, producing of 1 mole of potassium chloride, 1 mole of Cl minus. Here before dissociation, 1 mole KCl. After dissociation, 1 mole K plus ions and 1 mole Cl minus ions. So then what happened? Here after dissociation, producing of total 2 moles of ions. Here 1 mole of KCl gram molecular weight is how much? 74.5 grams. Whereas after dissociation here 2 moles of the ions. Then here the molar mass, it becomes what happened here? After dissociation, molar mass is half of its value. So that's why here the molar mass, it becomes 74.5 by 2. Nearly the value should be how much? 37.25. So then what happened here? The molar mass after dissociation, it becomes half of its value. The original value is how much? 74.5 grams. After dissociation, the value becomes half of its value. So this is what happened here? Dissociation. Due to dissociation, here the molar mass becomes here decreases. But there are sometimes association. So see here, example can take acetic acid, CH3COOH. Acetic acid in benzene, what happened here? Association takes place. How many molecules association? 2 molecules of acetic acid association takes place. Here that is called here dimerization of acetic acid in benzene. Here how to your association? Due to formation of hydrogen bonds. Now here observe the here dimer of acetic acid molecule structure. Here CH3, here C double bond O, here OH. Like this. Here CH3, here COH and double bond O. So in between here formation of hydrogen bonds. Here hydrogen bond formation. So due to hydrogen bond formation, acetic molecules are association together. Here this is 1 mole of acetic acid. Here it becomes 2 moles are associated. 1 mole of acetic acid, molecular weight, it becomes 60. Whereas here the molecular weight, it becomes 120. Then what happens here? Due to association, again the molar mass or molecular weight is changes. Due to dissociation, the molar mass becomes also here changes. So either dissociation or association of electrolytic substances, especially electrolytic substances, the molar mass are changes. That's why it is called abnormal molar masses. So now to avoid the abnormal molar masses, here avoid the abnormal molar masses, here Van 't Hoff scientists introduce one of the factor that is called Van 't Hoff factor. So now how to avoid the abnormal molar masses? So that is why here Van 't Hoff introducing a factor, the Van 't Hoff factor, that is define the symbol I. So by the help of Van 't Hoff factor to avoid the abnormal molar masses of the electrolytic solutions. So how to define here Van 't Hoff factor? So that it is defined as ratio of the normal molar mass to the abnormal molar mass. So therefore, the Van 't Hoff factor here, I is equal to normal molar mass divided by abnormal it is also called observed molar mass, or another definition also here, molar mass is defined as observed colligative property or abnormal colligative property, abnormal or observed colligative property divided by normal colligative property. This is another way of the definition. And I also defined here in terms of moles, total number of moles, of a particles after association or dissociation, divided by number of moles before association or dissociation. So either define with respect to molar masses, with respect to colligative properties, with respect to number of moles to define the Van 't Hoff factor. So what is Van 't Hoff factor? It is a ratio of normal molar mass to the abnormal molar mass, or it is a ratio of abnormal colligative property to the normal colligative property. So because you know every colligative property is inversely proportional to molar mass. That's why to observe here, according to these two ratios, so your normal molar mass here in the numerator is there. In the next formula, normal colligative property in the denominator is there. So that's why your molar masses and colligative properties are inversely proportional. Whereas in terms of number of moles, the total number of moles of the particles after association or dissociation to the number of moles before association or dissociation. So this is the definition of the Van 't Hoff factor I. So here, that is with the help of here Van 't Hoff factor to define the molar mass of the electrolytic solutions. So that now abnormal molar mass experimentally determined and colligative properties are obtained here using non-volatile solutes, neither associate nor dissociate. Whereas non-volatile solutes neither associate or dissociate. In case of here association, what happened here? Value of I is less than the unity. So here, if association takes place, your Van 't Hoff factor I value is less than 1. So whereas for dissociation, here if dissociation Van 't Hoff factor value is greater than 1, neither association nor dissociation, neither association nor dissociation, your Van 't Hoff factor value I is equal to 1 only, that is equal to unit, no change of the value. So that is why here potassium example earlier discussed, potassium chloride. So what happened? I value of the aqueous solution is close to 2 because of your potassium chloride dissociated to K plus and Cl minus. So the I value is taken as here 2. So in this case, the value of I for KCl solution is close to 2, while the value of acetic acid in benzene here nearly 0.5. Whereas acetic acid is here what happens here? Acetic acid exists as a dimer. In this case, I value is 0.5. So in this case, I value is 2. So due to a dissociation, I value what happened? Increases. So that's why if the dissociation, I value should be greater than 1. If association, I value should be less than 1. Neither association nor dissociation, I value is equal to 1. So that's why here further the colligative properties are modified by using Van 't Hoff factor. Then write about modified colligative properties. So now modified colligative properties. Modified colligative properties. So what is colligative property? First one, RLVP. So the RLVP defined as here delta P by P naught is equal to, earlier is XS, now we are using I into XS, that is I into mole fraction of solutes. Like that. Second one is elevation of boiling points. We are using the symbol delta TB. Here delta TB is equal to KB into M. Now we are again here I into KB into M. Third one is depression of freezing point, that is define the symbol delta TF, that is equal to here again I into KF into M. And next one, osmotic pressure, here pi, it becomes is equal to I into C into S into T. So after modification of the colligative properties, a representation of the symbols delta P by P naught is equal to I into XS, elevation of the boiling point delta TB is equal to I into KB into M, delta T, depression of the freezing point delta TF is equal to I into KF into M, osmotic pressure pi is equal to I into CST, or you are also using, instead of CST, you are using I into CRT also, that is pi is equal. So these are the modified colligative properties. So here are some examples of your Van 't Hoff factor value, especially in strong electrolytes. For example, for strong electrolytes, I value I values. Example, potassium chloride, here I value is taken as 2. Like NaCl, I value is 2. Whereas K2SO4, I value is 3. MgSO4, I value is 2. Whereas Al2SO4 taken thrice, I value is 5. Here this is the I values. Nearly here what happened? Complete dissociation Van 't Hoff factor I values. So then, so that is a here representation of Van 't Hoff factor for some examples of the strong electrolytes. So now you are using Van 't Hoff factors, you also find out the degree of dissociation. So here how to find out the degree of dissociation as well as degree of association also. So what is meant by degree of dissociation? So now discuss about the degree of dissociation. Here degree of dissociation, a representation of the symbol is alpha. So what is meant by degree of dissociation? It is defined as the fraction of total substance that undergoes dissociation into ions. Fraction of total substance undergoes dissociation into ions. That is called degree of dissociation. So this is also defined in the formula. Degree of dissociation, alpha is equal to number of moles of the substance dissociated, number of moles of the substance dissociated divided by total number of moles of the substance taken. Total number of moles of the substance taken. So that is called degree of dissociation. It is a fraction of the total substance undergoes dissociation. That is called number of moles of the substance dissociated divided by total number of moles of the substance taken. Suppose here, take an electrolyte, a molecule of an electrolyte gives M ions after dissociation. Example can take a general equation AM. After dissociation, it gives rise to Ma. Initially, here 1 is there. It is 0 in beginning, initial stage. After dissociation, it forms M alpha. Here remaining is how much? 1 minus alpha. Here this is after dissociation number of moles. Now at equilibrium, total number of moles. Total number of moles. How much here? 1 minus alpha plus M alpha. That is the total number of moles. So, you know what is Van 't Hoff factor? Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to absorbed number of moles of the solute by normal number of moles of the solutes. So that is why here the Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to here absorbed number of moles. Absorbed number of moles. Absorbed number of moles by normal number of moles. Normal number of moles. So that is observed number of moles is 1 minus alpha plus M alpha. Normal number of moles is how much here? This is 1. So that is Van 't Hoff factor I is equal. So now here I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus M alpha. Now can take here I minus 1. Because here I minus 1 is equal to M alpha minus alpha. That is here I minus 1 is equal to alpha into M minus 1. From this formula, what happened? Final expression here, alpha is equal to I minus 1 by M minus 1. So this is calculate the degree of dissociation. If you know the I value. So this is also a relationship between alpha and I. Alpha is equal to I minus 1 by M minus 1. So this is using the formula to calculate the degree of dissociation, alpha value. So if you know the I value.